When talking about ethical concerns of personal workload, I really value the organization of a team. This is because a great organization or disorganization may lead to better distribution to get a balanced way to distribute the work between each one of the members. The concept of this distribution is to enable each one of the members to deliver the best work possible or the maximum value that each one can give while also learning new things. This, in turn, ensures that the project will be of high quality and completed in the shortest time possible. This means that as a team, we need to find the ways or we need to work towards finding strategies for achieving a balanced workload while aiming for the best possible deliverables in this project.
Regarding the ethical concerns of personal workloads, I feel like this class is very demanding. Therefore, as there is a lot to do in a short time, if we don't divide the work at the beginning of the week, it is very easy to be overwhelmed or not organized enough and end up with only some of the team members doing all the work of the week, even if the others genuinely wanted to help. As someone with a strong sense of justice, this irritates me. Fortunately, all the team members are on the same page. That's why we focused on improving our work division over the last weeks and made a contract that we all signed to engage our conscience and responsibility toward the other members. On a personal scale, in a group project, what I value the most are quality work, investments, and communication. I don't care if someone takes a long time to complete a task, and I don't mind helping other people, as long as they're devoted to what they're doing and completely transparent with the team members with how the process is going on. To assure that this works out well, for each task of the sprints, we came up with the process of having someone that does the task, someone that revises it, and someone that is knowledgeable on the matter, and that we can ask for help. I genuinely believe that this method will allow us to provide quality work, improve our individual skills, and maintain a good team understanding.
What I believe is an ethical dilemma for our app is that if we mark a zone as dangerous, the habitants of the zone could get bad treatments like classism or other kind of discrimination. If we mark a zone as a hot zone, we want to make sure that the zone can be intervened by state and we can use it as a tool to have prosperous zones in the city and not as a way to get others to be discriminated by the zone they inhabit.
And this isn't the only problem when people start avoiding these areas. For example, the local economy will be affected as fewer and fewer people will transit through some areas. Also, in the long term, if no action is taken, all of these factors will impact the city in every way. And on the other hand, the environmental impact of our solution is closely related to what we just described as social impact. Analyzing the possible outcomes of marking a zone as a hot zone, we said that the people will start looking for alternatives to avoid going through these areas that we marked as hot zones, starting using private means of transport such as Didi, Uber, K5, among others, resulting in a progressive increment in CO2 emissions, affecting the environment in a direct and unexpected way.
So, in regards to the ethical concerns we have, a large one is centered on the fact that the data we're going to be manipulating and we're going to be having access to is very privileged data which the users do not want to get out, which is why data security and privacy of the user's information are a key point we must take into account at all steps, as the ethical implication of this data getting out, getting leaked, or not being properly stored and anonymized when it is sold could be devastating for the company.
Because of this, it is necessary to always follow the guidelines posed by every single government that we are operating in. In case a person is in various countries, we will always go for the guidelines that are most strict of whatever country that is. It is important to keep in mind that we will be selling some data, taking into account our revenue operation, our revenue model, which states that part of the income of the app will be due to data monetization. Nonetheless, it will be unanimized data in all accounts, and it will only use the outputs of it and not the actual user data, just their preferences and the routes that they use.
Another important implication is in regards to the fact that this app is supposed to be all about safety, and safety should be for everyone. It shouldn't be behind a wall in which only persons without disabilities can access them, which is why having such a valuable tool in our app, we need to make sure that this is available for people with disabilities. And that is why it's an ethical implication for us that we ensure that this is available for everyone.
To be able to ensure this, we have thought of various alternatives that are not just graphic designs, but for example, voice commands where the app, where you can talk to the app and the app will tell you what kind of zone it is. So, for example, we talked about having an interface that sells the most famous tourist places, and you can tell that to the app, like show me the most favorite tourist places and how safe the zone is. The app will answer the safeness of each zone where the most famous tourist places are in Bogota.
Finally, and most importantly, at all times, we'll be very aware of the ethical implications of our decisions during development and making choices, ensuring that at all times we are aware what we do or not do or choose not to act upon may have an implication that goes further beyond just simply a line of code, which is why we must always be constantly aware and vigilant about the ethical implications of our decisions.